So today we will talk about the building of data warehouse end to end into the business intelligence using Apache Doris. The purpose for this demo is uh, for explanation that Apache Doris can be a solution for building a data warehouse. For example, if your client have a enterprise solution that want to migrate into the open source, you can using Apache Doris for the OLAP database because it's very fast when I'm using it. So for the next slide, maybe I want to talk a little about me. I'm Wandana Kurnia. You can call me Wandana. I'm skilled in data professional, like 9 years, yeah, experience to building the data warehouse and data lake solution. Also for reporting regulation and many more, especially in financial banking industry in Indonesia and Philippines. So if you want to contact me, you can reach me on my LinkedIn, and I also have a YouTube channel for video tutorial, and you can contact me also in my Gmail at wandana@gmail.com. Okay, because our time is very compact, so this is the content for the data warehouse solution with Apache Doris. For the first content, it introduction to data warehousing, and the next one is overview of the technology stack I'm using for this demo. And the last one is the demo of building the data warehouse from the source into the dashboard. Introduction to data warehousing. So, what is a data warehouse? Maybe if you know the data warehouse, commonly a data warehouse is a type of a data management system that is designed to enable and support business intelligence. If you see this, the image, it's the pipeline end to end for data warehouse. So this is the layer of the data sources. This is OLTP system, like the core system, and for example, the flat files, if there's any flat files. So after the data source is extracted, it will sync into the staging area. The staging area, it's like the snapshot of the data. So after it extracted into the staging area, it will sync into the warehouse. The warehouse itself is all historical of data in data warehouse. After it's stored, it will transform it into the data marts, like the data mart of purchasing, of sales, inventory. After that, users can access the data into data warehouse and the data marts. So user, not again accessing directly into the system. They can access it into the data marts because the data marts is historical, and it's already the data is already denormalized. So this is the the difference between data warehouse and online transaction processing system. Data warehouse, known as OLAP, online analytical processing, are relational environment that are used for data analysis, particularly of historical data. Then the OLTP is only the transactional of system. It's only storing the data, only like they have only have like seven days, and the performance is only for the application, not for the reporting. So the data warehouse is implemented to solve the solution because the data is already centralized and not separated. It will be used easily for user to creating the report or accessing the report into the data warehouse. This is the sample for data warehouse versus OLTP. This is the OLTP system. It built the schema like remove redundant data from the database. It building uh, non-redundant store non-redundant and consistent data into it. And the purpose is to create the denormalization schemas to make the users and the other system access the data uh, with the historical and be queried quickly. Yeah. For example, this is the dimensional model. There is a fake order, there's a dim customer, dim sales, dimension of time, dim product to make the schema easiest for the user to creating the dashboard. So after we create the schema for data warehouse, this is the normalization report model that we will creating on the BI. So if you see the previous schema, it's separated for the table now. But for the normalization report model, it become one table because it's already combined into one table using the all of the mapping and the business rule and other filter to creating the report. Okay, next. This is the overview of the technology stack. Common data warehouse conceptual design. Uh, if we look into the picture, there is a source layer that I mentioned before. It must be a structured data like RDBMS or the flat file like CSV or text file like and other files like Microsoft Excel or another spreadsheet files that extracted into the data layer. Data layer, this is the data warehouse. Data warehouse, the 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 data stored in staging layer and transferred into the dimensional layer. After the staging layer transformed into the dimensional layer, so the Bayesian layer can access the data into a data layer. All of the pipeline is orchestrated in the job layer. So this is the technology stack for this demo. For the source data, I'm using the PostgreSQL to extract the snapshot of the data, and then it will load it into the staging area, and then it transform into dimensional model out of the data layer using Apache Doris for operation, and the dimensional model access by Metabase for creating the dashboard for user, and all of the pipeline is orchestrated by Apache Hub. Next, so this is the Apache Doris as the analytical database. Apache Doris is an MPP-based real-time data warehouse known for high query speed. For queries on large dataset, it returns result in sub-seconds. I've already tried it, and it's really fast with the minimum spec on my server. It can be used for report analysis, ad hoc queries, unified data warehouse, and data lake query acceleration. So for most important thing, Apache Doris is highly compatible with MySQL and Hive. If you know for big data, with the compatibility, it will help the developer and the engineer, especially the data engineer, to create SQL syntax and covering most MySQL and Hive function. This is the dashboard of Doris. You can querying the data into the Doris with menu of playground menu, and you can check the log of Apache Doris in here rather than accessing the background of the Doris with terminal. You can access it in here. So for the orchestrator and ETL tools, I'm using the Apache Hop. Short for Hop Orchestrator platform is for data orchestration and data engineering platform that aims to facilitate all aspects of data and metadata orchestration. It visually clear and clean for the developer and data engineer to create the solution for the ETL. So the data developer can focus on what they want to do instead of how that the task need to be done. So you just need to drag and drop the metadata from this from the menu and create what do you want to do, what do you want to transform the data into another data. So for example, this is a Microsoft Excel input, and you can use the filtering, and you can using the grouping, and the final result is the result of the transformation. So for the next one, I'm using the Metabase as business intelligence. Business intelligence is very helpful for user to accessing the data. So Metabase is one of the open source business intelligence platform that will help most user accessing their data. You can use Metabase to ask question about the data or embed Metabase in your application to let your customer explore the data on their own. So Metabase is very easy to be used. I will share you later for the demo on Metabase. Okay, for the next one is the demo of building the data warehouse. So first thing to do to creating the data warehouse system, we have to to make a mapping for business needed because the approach to creating the data warehouse is the top-down approach. So we have to know the business first, and we have to know the mapping for the transformation for the sources before building the data warehouse. So we know the solution that we want to build. So first thing to do is mapping and business analysis. Before building the data warehouse, we need to identify key businesses, question, and reporting needed. So I've already creating the mapping for creating the data warehouse. This is the sample mapping for this demo. For the sources, I'm using the in MySQL database. This is the URL of the sources. So for this data, actually the data for the retail. So there are tables, customer, products, until the offices. It will from this sources. I will create the data dimensional model for creating the dashboard in business intelligence. Okay, this is the detail of mapping. You can see there is a schema of the staging letter in Apache Doris. This is the name of the tables. This is the name of the column. We have to mapping all of the data in one file. So when we develop all of the data warehouse solution, we have to follow all of the script, all of the ETL following into the mapping ya. Uh, Okay, for this one, this is the sample data. This is the source of the data. For this demo, I'm using the PostgreSQL for the source of the technology. So there are a detail mapping, and the next one, this is the dimensional diagram that I have created. This is the fact tables of order. Uh, it store of every sales information. Okay, for the next one is dimensional date. It with it store of the date or that information like year, like months into the day uh, of the month. Until dimensional customer, it store of dimension of customer information. So this is the Snowflake schema. It's surrounded, the fact order is surrounded with the all of the dimensional tables. And this is the mapping that I create for the dimensional customer until the fact order. This is the mapping that I create. Uh, so all of the data can be compact and minimized, and so the report can be run faster for user ya. Okay, for example, there is for creating dimensional cells, there is a global filter for the data. We have to filter data for job title only the sales representation. Okay, for the next one, this is the query report model that will be implemented into the Metabase ya. So later, when creating the report, no need to join one by one of the table. It's already create into one table. So just need to drag and drop using the BI tools on Metabase. Okay, for the next one, for DDL staging and dimensional model. Okay, after we have mapping the business needs, we have to create the DDL schema in Apache Doris that follow the mapping. Okay, this is the file of the DDL. For example, this is the create table of customer, all of the all of the column following the mapping ya. This is the properties of when creating the tables in Apache Doris. Okay, maybe we can try in Apache Doris. Okay, this is the dashboard of Doris. We can access it. So when login, we can access into the playground and choose the database of the staging. Okay, and we can execute the DDL in SQL in SQL editor. Maybe I can, maybe I create customers too. Yeah, it's run successfully. Maybe we can check the table is already there. Okay, this is the sample of data of customers. We can actually it's very helpful when using the playground to creating the ad hoc report or to analyze the data into MIS. Okay, for the next one for the dimensional model is actually same with the staging DDL. It actually is already created in the Doris. Wait, this is the model, the tables model, dimension customer, dimension date until the fake order. So the next one is inserting the data via backlog script into staging table that I have created. Maybe we can try for another table to insert the data from the CSV into the tables. I have created a DDL for Netflix data that stored like 10 million row. Actually, my server only have like 8 8 RAM ya, 8, 8 gigabytes RAM and only a little CPU. Maybe we can try to create the tables in Doris. I will give uh, the name test here. Okay, it's already created. And we can access the data in here, the samples of data in here. So this is the sample of data. This is only for example because we are not using this data to building the data warehouse. So for Doris, we have to using the insertion method with CRL because it's very fast. Okay, this is the query. This is the sorry the um, this is the script for inserting the data. It's 10 million row. Maybe we can make a different table. So you have to insert the username and all of the information of the CSV, like column separator. If you see the files, the separator is comma. You have defined it in the script. And you need to add all of the column of the tables, and you need input all of the information like the location of the file and the URL, the name of database and the name of the tables. We can try it, inserting 10 million row. Maybe I want to stop first the service of Postgres. Yeah, we can try to inserting the data into the tables. Maybe we can count it first. Mm, it's 0, and we can start the insert table. Mm. Okay, it's already success. Inserting 10 million row only need like 5 seconds or like 6 or 5, yeah. So after the data insert into the table, we can check into the table that we have insert. So this is the data of Netflix 10 million row test. We can check for sample like data. Yes, it's already inserted into the table. Actually it's very fast when using the CRL, inserting the data from the CSV into the tables. Okay, for the next section, uh, we have to create the ETL pipeline after creating the home of data warehouse. So ETL usually using for perform cleaning, the duplication, aggregation, and transformation into the normalization and load into dimensional model using Apache Hub. Okay, I'm using the Apache Hub in the server. This is the orchestrator for creating the model. So this is the dimensional of customer, dimensional sales, and until the fact order. So this is the master of the orchestrator. We can take a look on the workflow. So for the first thing to do, I have to take action for truncating the tables and then creating the pipeline to inserting the data into CSV. So for the script, I following the mapping to creating the script. This is the script for creating the dimensional of customer. We get it from staging.customer, and then we create the the sequential number like uh, auto incremental, yeah, auto incremental for creating the dimension. And then we mapping the tables. We mapping the tables and and the content of the fields in the CSV. This is the separator of the CSV letter that created. So after creating the CSV, we make action like previous that I demoing, inserting the CSV into the table using CRL. This is the pipeline for inserting the backload. Okay, this is the command. You can put the command in here. It is actually the same command like I presented before. After the script is built, maybe we can try. So I will truncate table first for model dengan customer. Wait, it's 0. We can maybe we can try one by one. So we first thing to do, we create the file first. The location of the file is stored in the project home folder and folder of files and dimension customer. You can check the home directory of the projects in here. Okay, this is the location of home directory of the project in Apache Hope. We can access um, application, Apache projects, demo list, and the files. So maybe we can. It's actually it's already finished. Yeah, we can take a look on the files. So this is the file that we need to insert into dimensional customer. The separator is pipe and there is no header in it. So we can try. Hmm. Mm, mm, mm. This is the script that I created. Okay, we can try to insert the data into the tables. Yeah, it's already finished. We can check the data in the playground. Okay, it's already inserted into the tables. So this is the section for ETL. We're creating the ETL pipeline in Apache Hope. And the next one, we can create the report and dashboard using the data mart that we already create. Okay, I'm using Metabase as the BI tools. This is the home dashboard of Metabase. For the dashboard, I already create the dashboard. We can check it later. So after we create the dimensional model in Apache Doris, we have to create the model into one tables in Metabase. So for the models, I have create the model in here. Sorry. Hmm. Okay, I create the query definition for this model to help users for creating the report or developer to creating the report. Yeah. So with one tables, we can using drag and drop method to create the dashboard. I create the model following all of the document that in the spreadsheet. This is the mapping of the query report model. We have to follow all of the mapping uh, and then built into the business intelligence tools. We can back again into Metabase. So after we creating the models, it will be used as the core for creating the report. Okay, this is the all of the report or in Metabase the terminology is question. You can create a question or report in this menu. New question and you can create the report. This is actually the dashboard that I already create. Okay, it's using Apache Doris as the data source of business intelligence. Actually, this is the dashboard for summary of sales order performance overview. You can see the total orders, sales revenue, and analysis. You can see the total ship of the product, total selling or revenue of the product, and best selling product. Um, and then regional sales insight. You can add the pinpoint of the map using only the name of the country in here. Then this is top customer. It highlights the highest spending customer who is the customer that royal into the company. For example, this is the top five of the customers, and then this is monthly sales performance from January until December. There is only two years of data, yeah, 2003 and 4. The peak is on 2003. It's on November, and the peak of 2004 it's on October. And the last question is who is sales representative performance? This is the top five of the sales representative that get the bonus. This is Bob Larry until the Gerard Martin. Maybe we can try to create a report or question and add it into the dashboard. I already creating the study case report. This is there is a study case. The purpose of the report is to identify the top of product vendor by sales volume. So this is the query. Because we already creating the model, we only represent the query into the report. So it using the product vendor column and order amount. We can try to creating the report in here, add a question and choose the model and just pick the columns that we need. Okay, we using the product vendor and order amount. Product vendor. Okay, and summarize the data. Sum of total sales. Sum of order amount. Pick column. It grouped by product vendor. So we need to add the filter because all of the data is not shipped, yeah. So the status of the delivery it can be canceled or it's already success. So we need to filter the data with order status. What the data, maybe we can look it into the tables. Okay, so listing from model back order. Oh, so just the table first. Yeah, it's the status. It has many. So we need to filter it with ship status. Mm, okay, and visualize it. We already create the report and what the name of the report. Maybe we can using it this one. Best selling product vendor. Save. Add it into dashboard. We can go back into the menus and find the dashboard. And we have to edit the dashboard. We want to add the question that we already create. Add question. I think this one. The selling product vendor. Add this one. We can rearrange the size of the report. We can add heading and make it good. We add heading, the title of the report, and the purpose of the report. Okay, and save the report, the dashboard. Okay, after we save, we can see this is the question that we already added into the dashboard. Okay, I think this is the last section for data warehouse, and we can go back into the PowerPoint. So for summary, for this demo, we have a complete building data warehouse with the following struct technology approach for OLAP database using the Apache Doris because it's fast analytical queries, making it ideal choice for data warehouse and business intelligence. And the orchestrator and ETL process using Apache Hub for extracting, transforming, and loading the data. visually clean and efficiently. And the last one is for creating the dashboard and reporting using Metabase for visualizing business insight for user. So after implementing this demo for data warehouse, the business can gain faster insight, improve decision making, and optimize the operation of the IT. Okay, thank you for joining this event, and don't forget to follow the Doris community ya in Slack, or there is a YouTube channel and LinkedIn, also in Twitter.
Thanks, Vandana.
Okay,
And
thank you everyone.
and I want to share a few fun comments with you. Both are sent since at the beginning stage of our live webinar. Like
Okay,
Frederick said, this topic is very interesting and he can't wait to watch the demo. And then we have Panji with us, and he said, I'll be right here waiting for the demo. So interesting. So clearly, the
okay,
demo is a popular topic, and everyone is attracted by it. And we really appreciate Wandana for his efforts in building this whole solution from the ground up. It's been great work and great expertise and great input. And
thank you.
and I'm seeing no specific questions about any operations or Apache or the solution in the comment section. And I think it's probably because everyone is taking all the new information in. But we will upload this recording to YouTube later. So
Okay.
yeah. So if you want to review this whole demo, you can do that, and you can always come to the Apache Doris community to talk to Wandana and also other Doris community members. And for now, I like to have an interview with Wandana because we always want to hear voices from the community and take feedback.
Okay,
Like I mentioned, you started exploring Apache Doris just a few months ago, and now you are,
yes.
yeah. And and what are your opinions or experience or feelings or anything you would like to share with us during this whole process, during your usage of Apache Doris?
Okay, the first thing I know that for the project for quitting the data warehouse in the clients, we have to cut the installation timing. So because the Apache Doris is easy for installation, you can follow the instruction for from the documentation. It's only extract the okay, is extract the files and edit a little for configuration and execute the services. Is only take a little time for installing the Apache Doris and running in Apache Doris. So we can cut the timing for installation in the timeline of the project. After that, the next thing I appreciate for Apache Doris is it's very fast for querying the data and inserting. Because if you watch previous my demo, for like 10 million data, it's only takes under 10 seconds for inserting the data into Doris. So it will really helpful for the performance of the report ya. I think uh, the two solution on Apache Doris can be helpful when implementing the data solution in in any data ya, in any project. Okay.
Awesome.
I think
I'm glad
there
you
are
like it. I'm glad
yes, it's
helpful for you.
easy to use and maintain.
And like, is there anything you would like to explore further about Pachydorus? Any new areas or new features you'd like to try?
Hmm. For currently, maybe for is there any solution for AI maybe for in Doris?
Well, yeah, in our 2025 roadmap, we have development plans for vector search. It's on our
Vector, okay,
roadmap.
okay.
And we also have Kevin with us, so I like to hear useful experience or suggestions from Kevin too. And hey, Kevin, and I have
Oh,
about two questions for you.
mhm.
Firstly,
Yeah,
in
please.
Mondana's demo just now, he used Metabase as his BI platform to visualize the data, and he also introduced why, what is good about Metabase. And for BI tools, we have a lot of options on the market. But is Apache Doris going to work well with them as well?
Yeah, exactly. So it's quite easy. Doris is highly compatible with MySQL protocol and can be connected to BI platforms and other visualization tools through the MySQL drivers. So it is very, very easy. So you can just click into Doris platform, just as click into the MySQL data sources.
Yeah. And we just went through an end-to-end workflow of a data warehouse solution. Um, uh, in the Doris community, when we talk to users, we also get a lot of inquiries about the data security support and permission management capabilities of Apache Doris, because these are also very important considerations for users in real practice. So would you tell us more about that?
Yeah, Doris provide comprehensive solutions about the permission management and the securities. So for the permission management, like Doris supports the RBAC, the role-based access control, or can inherit the range to achieve the centralized permission management. And also, Doris can also enable the audit logs to record all user actions, including like logins, queries, data modifications, and more. So, besides, Doris also provides the data incremental and the masking features, so the customers can encryption and masking data within tables to prevent unauthorized access and the data linkage. And also for the data transmission, Doris supports like HTTPS and SSL encryption protocols to ensure the secure data transmission between clients and the Doris servers, preventing data from being intercepted or tampered with during the data transferring. So, yeah, I think the next part is about the access control, and Doris allows configuring the row level and the column level access permission based on the rules, so that it can control user access at the graduate level access control. So yeah, Doris provide very comprehensive in the security part.